Now, there's a story about an old lady who lived by a river, and she was content to live there eating crust of bread each day. And one day, she went to the river and she found a huge diamond in the river. And she looked at it, and she knew what it was, but she put it in her bag because she was content where she was. A man came along, homeless, asked her for a crust of bread, and she said, "Sure, I will share my bread." And when she opened the bag, he saw the diamond. So he asked her, "Would you give me that diamond?" He said, "Because you don't seem to be using it." She said, "Oh, no." She says, "I have no need of that. You may have it." So the man went away, and the next day he came back, and guess what he brought? The diamond, to give it back to her. He said, "It is not this diamond that I want, but it's what is within you that allowed you to give it to me." Without hesitation. When people come to you, dear doctor, when people come to me, I don't hesitate to give them what? The diamond. And then they say, "I want what is within you that allows you to give it so freely." A little girl one day asked me, "Do you know my grandmother?" I said, "No, I've never met her." She said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes." So we had meditation and, we did our mantras. So afterwards she said, "You know why I asked you if you knew my grandmother?" I said, "No." She said, "Because you say the same things that my grandmother said." She said, "But during the meditation, it came to me why you say the same things that my grandmother said." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because God talks to you, and He talks to my grandmother, and He tells both of them the same thing." This is the essence of our people's culture. It is not in the dress. It is not in the hairdo. It is not whether you can speak an African language. We have Gullah here, and we have all the other wonderful aspects of language. But it's your manners, how you act toward each other, that makes you an African. You can go anywhere and tell where the Africans are because they greet you, they welcome you, they offer you water and food, and they make you a part of their family. So I go on in the community, and we talk about birth, and we talk about perspectives of putting procreation in a context of propriety with the dance. And we tell a story about how and why that is so important. Then we play the drum, and then we dance, and then the spirit of that understanding comes into reality. We have this afternoon Miss LaVonda Jones, who is a young lady that's been performing with my company since she was about 12 or 13 years old. She's one of the founding members of the Baloo Marching Band. And I'm sure you're all familiar with Baloo Marching Band and their dexterity and their artistic quality. But she's going to do a few new movements from the Sabah. So we're going to dance a little bit Saba. If anybody wants to come and throw their for the Saba to add to this, you may do so. LaVonda, would you come forward? Would you give Miss LaVonda Jones a big hand?